would say I was pretty comfortable in, the life that I was kind of living. The idea of getting on an airplane and flying across the world to Africa was such a far off thought in my mind. However, I just kept feeling God nudging me, just be obedient. I first heard about the living room. Julie had come to Hillside to share what their ministry does. When you hear the word hospice, you think of, loss and sadness. And when I would listen to Julie speak and she would share about the work of living room, they're really seeking to offer basic medical care, but I think the most important thing that they offer to their guests is loving on them and seeing the value that exists in this life that God's created. I was super apprehensive going and leaving my kids and my husband, but from the moment we touched down in Kenya, I don't know, I just felt like all of my senses were just engaged. Our team first met Linda in 2017. She was not your typical guest that you would see at Living Room. I think most of the people who are welcomed in there are really at the end of life, but they also care for those who've been abandoned and specifically orphans. And so there was an accident with a kerosene lamp, and because of a lack of care and proper medical treatment, she was left with the inability to walk. She was very shy. But I would say that our entire team was so captivated by her smile. Also, our hearts were broken by her story. Flash forward to 2019, I had the opportunity to go back, and there was a circle of staff members standing there to welcome us. And right there in the middle of that gathering was this little smiling face, and I instantly recognized her, but she was standing, and it was Linda. My memory of her was that face, but I remember her being in her chair, unable to walk. And here she was standing there, smiling, and after they welcomed us, she ran off. And I remember being so incredibly overwhelmed, because here was this beautiful girl who had no hope when she came in. And because of the work of Living Room, she had the ability to walk and a new hope for life. And it's one of those moments that I feel like could have only been orchestrated by God. What's so incredible, what I've learned, what our families learned, that as we've willingly stepped out and said yes with our time, yes with our finances, that God has been so faithful to allow us to experience Him, and then we get to see the fruitfulness of that, the work that God does as He multiplies. Our mission is to see God's hope transform our cities one story at a time. And so for me, Linda represents that one story.